The Henry Doorly Zoo is known as one of the top zoos in the country and is a major tourist attraction in Nebraska. As a visitor, it is often hard to think about what it takes to keep all the animals happy and healthy. I followed zookeeper Sarah Plasute behind the scenes of the reptile nursery.
Our lizard sunroom. The sunroom, because we have these beautiful skylights here. We built the building. We thought, oh, we'll put in these skylights. All the UV light will come through. UV light is very important even to humans. It's especially important to lizards and other reptiles. Desert does mean dry, but the animals that live in the desert have simply adapted how to deal with that dryness. It doesn't mean that they need less water. One of the other difficult things too about the zoo world is you want to make sure the animal feels comfortable in whatever enclosure they're living in. At the same point, you also need to let the public see them. What's the point of having an animal if you can't see them? Most of the lizards shed pretty well on their own, but we like to make sure that skin doesn't get stuck on the toes or on the tail, because even though it's on them or freshly come off them, it's still wet and it can shrink. And if it's stuck around a body part, it'll create too much pressure and it could amputate that limb or that tail. This is one of our little whiptail babies. And what's really cool about them is they are parthenogenic, meaning there's only females. There are no males. It's in very, very simple terms, it's a little bit like cloning themselves. So they lay fertile eggs even though they've never been with a male.
Exotic animal nutrition can be very difficult when feeding the animals.
We usually get most of our reptile diets in bulk because it's easier to piece out a bunch of fruits and vegetables in a bunch of different ways rather than getting individual little bags. But we get in about 50,000 crickets just for this department every week. Exotic nutrition it's very difficult in some cases to replicate an animal's natural diet.
Sarah hopes the new rattlesnake exhibit will help educate people on the benefits they offer.
And you can tell, you can get right up close to a rattlesnake and see that animal isn't doing anything. Venoms are so important pharmacologically. There are so many different chemical components to any venomous snake, and we're just now beginning to understand that. We are looking at very real possibilities that cures for just about every cancer you can think of, macular degeneration, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, any obnoxious disease out there that affects our loved ones in ways we don't want them to be affected could very easily be solved by venomous animals. We really try very hard to make sure that every person that walks through the door has the best zoo experience that we can possibly give them. I think that's why we're the #1 zoo in the world, because it's just an amazing experience here.
For WTV, this has been Katie.